I want to briefly give a LeBron James and Shaquille O'Neal comparison, and you'll see what I'm talking about here in a second. A lot of people don't like LeBron James because they say he doesn't have any moves. Dennis Rodman's among those players who says he has no moves. And I don't guess Dennis has admitted this necessarily, but a lot of people complain and say LeBron James just runs over people. But then and they say he's no good, he can't do anything, and he just runs over people. It's not fair or whatever. And so he can do that. He does do that, by the way. He was dominant in driving the ball to the basket, but he was pretty good at waiting for the opening and spreading the floor with his passes and then creating an opening. And he could run over people, but they can get a charge too, right? But he's quick and he's big. So you have uh, Shaquille O'Neal. Some people talk bad about LeBron for that. But why do people say Shaquille O'Neal is the best and unstoppable? Because he can just run over people. So you like Shaquille O'Neal for the same reason you don't like LeBron, and you say it's not fair. Well, we even changed the rules of the game to help Shaquille. Uh, and now, to be fair, people were hanging on his shoulders and doing different things like that to try to stop Shaquille. And they were beating on him a little harder than normal, I'd say. So, I don't remember right off. I'm not trying to remember what the rule changes were, but there were some rule changes that kind of helped Shaquille. And back in Wilt Chamberlain's time, there were some rule changes to make it to stop Wilt Chamberlain from scoring from the free throw line, for example. They they made a Wilt Chamberlain could jump from the free throw line, standing still and slam the dunk the ball, and that'd be almost 100% free throw shots for him if was allowed to do that. They made a rule that he can't do that. So, because they didn't think it was fair, I guess. But the rule is that you stand. I think this rule has always been attacked. You have to stand behind the free throw line while you shoot it, and I think maybe that rule was implemented that if you do a jump shot from the free throw line and land in front, that might be against the rules. I forget already, frankly. But I think that rule wasn't there maybe before Wilt Chamberlain, that part of the rule. So if you have to stand behind the line, but if you're in the air and the shot goes in before you land, if you're going forward, didn't used to be before Wilt Chamberlain that would be against the rules as long as you landed after you got the shot on the goal side of the line, the free throw line. Anyway, I don't mean to get so technical. I want to talk about Shaquille O'Neal and LeBron, and I'm almost finished. That, you know, uh, the same reasons, just to simplify, the same reasons people like Shaquille O'Neal are some reasons people claim that LeBron James isn't that good, that he just runs over people. And people like Shaquille O'Neal because he can do that and you can't stop him. And so but I will say LeBron in comparison to Shaquille, LeBron's not just running over centers. It's just every other position, all the smaller players on the court. I'm not going to say he didn't do well with that. That's one aspect I didn't look at a lot, but we had small ball. They weren't that small, but we didn't have David Robinson. We didn't have Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, but we did have when you think of Kareem, how many big centers did he go against in his prime? I can't think of many big names, maybe Moses Malone. I'm not going to brainstorm that. I'm trying to finish before 5 minutes for sure. And I didn't expect this one to be but 2 minutes or less. But so I mean, you have to look and analyze and see if there's something you're overlooking. And there's a lot of players we overlook. When I do a brief analysis like this, I'd like to look at a list of players, and there's really a lot of players you could say, should they be in this debate? And when I look at their percentages, a lot of them, there are more than you think that could be. And then there are some that are in the debates and shouldn't be as much. So I'll take LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard, Kevin Durant, Magic Johnson, Steph Curry, maybe, and John Stockton. And I'm going to close this before 5 minutes.